right, so if you're thinking about doing your TEFL course, I've got 9, well, possibly 10 steps that you should probably consider before you sign up for your course, just to make sure you're on the right path. I am discovering my world, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be overseas teaching English, and my destiny is to hopefully be in Spain. Who knows where after I get there? And I'm on this TEFL course right now that is going very well, but I have, big hopes to travel the world and see a lot more than I've seen so far, and do that through teaching English. Okay, so what I'm hoping to do is help you not make the mistakes I did when I first got into this. Um, I knew that I wanted to travel. I knew I wanted to potentially look at overseas opportunities. I didn't know exactly where I wanted to go. I knew that there was additional education, but I didn't really understand, or I didn't look into it. I'm not even sure myself. But if you're looking at wanting to teach overseas, you need to look into the specifics. And we're going to start right here with step number one to get yourself organized on how you make that decision and how you get yourself to the right education point where you can start getting these jobs. All right, so the first question is, do you want to teach online, abroad, or both? And I really think from the research that I've done, like I wanted to teach overseas. And then when you start looking at how much you get paid, it doesn't always really meet with like having that opportunity to maybe travel while you're there, or to see and do the things that you want to do culturally, above and beyond just living. And so teaching online is probably something that you should consider, even if you're just wanting to travel and go see the world. Now, if you have tons of money in the bank, maybe it doesn't matter, then it's just the experience of going in there teaching, being part of the culture. That is a great experience. But if you are in a cash situation where you won't be able to do anything else unless you make some extra money, then you'll want to know that. So that's one of the things you got to research, is how much you're going to get paid, approximately what the costs are, and if your cash is kind of the basics, um, what you make is what you have kind of thing, then you're going to want to do some online so you can travel, explore, be immersed in the culture. All right, so the next one is, are you looking for short-term job, career change, or travel experience? Um, I've read about people, or even saw YouTube channels where people are saying this has changed their lives. They got into this, and it just totally redirected what their life was all about as soon as they learned about it, right? So um, they've been traveling and seeing different cultures, getting into different situations that they thought they'd never be. They're basically looking for that career, settling down for 30 years and then retiring, and it's changed them. So what is it that you're looking for? And maybe once you get involved, it'll change, but you maybe have that idea, because it essentially will help you direct where you want to go, what you're looking for, even your education. How do you want to educate yourself? Do you just want to like have a basic course, or do you want to have a course that's going to give you a lot more opportunities, or is there certain places you want to go? This is all part of the picture. And if you're knowing where you want to go with your own personal future, then that's going to really help you make a decision. Okay, so this is a big one, and I think for me, I thought, well, I was just going to teach kids. And when I say just teach kids, that's not really what I mean, but I thought that was the opportunity, right? Teaching kids uh, in schools in foreign countries. So leaving my home and going somewhere else. But there's also opportunities to teach adults. There's lots of adults who need English education. So that's that's something they didn't receive as a kid, or that's something that they need for a job. Um, that's a big thing. So then there's also business professionals. So they're wanting business talk essentially, and learning English through a business lens so that they can communicate more efficiently in whatever business dealings they're doing. And of course, tourism is a big one. So lots of countries have tourists that come in that speak English, and they want their staff to be able to, do that, or they're the staff and they want to be able to, communicate better with who they're serving, which of course probably helps with tips and helps with other things to get jobs and so on and so forth. So that's really a whole nother angle. So how you're going to be teaching English is going to change. So maybe you don't want to do the same one forever, but where do you want to start? Like if you're thinking, well, I want to go to a certain place and I want to travel here, but what's available? So it might be tourism or it might be business, and that's going to be a consideration. You want to have kind of in your mind, so when you're looking around to see what it is you're going to do with your either traveling or your teaching, how is it going to fit together? Okay, so this last one is something I kind of I've been all over the board. Right now, my whole goal is to go to Spain. So do you want to pick a country, or do you want to have somewhere you want to go? Um, in the past, I've heard, lots of people talk about going to China. Even before that, people were going to Japan. Um, and so they had this kind of one track type of destiny. And so there's certain education that you might need in a certain location. So that's different. Or do you want to have a course that might be giving you more opportunities? So choosing the type of course you have, maybe um, specific to where you want to go, or if you're not 100% sure, you have a more general course. So I think the course I chose is going to help me specifically go to Spain, but it also has the type of training that other places are looking for. So it'll give me more variety if and when I decide I'm going to move from Spain, or maybe I go to Spain for a while and I teach. It's great, but I'm looking for more opportunity, and so I go somewhere else. Great. This course should allow me to do that. What course are you in? So I'm in ITA, which is the International TEFL Academy, and it popped up really high on a lot of searches I did, and it kept coming up, either one or two, or for certain aspects. So I do have a link down below if you're needing a link to sign up. It does help out both of us. If you use my link, you get a free book, I believe, and of course I get the affiliate commission, which helps me out. And so I do appreciate if you use my link. But make sure before you sign up, you do a check to make sure it's going to fit in with what you want to do, where you want to go. Like I said, I feel like this course gives me more opportunities all around the world to go different places. So that's fantastic. And I'm through week 6 of the course, and I really like it so far. There's certain aspects, like with any course you take, where you're like, oh, I wish this was here and I wish that was there. But overall, I feel like I'm getting lots out of the course. I feel like it's preparing me for what I need to do. And in general, it's not difficult to work through, right? It's still work. You still have to study and do a few things, but it's not difficult to work through. They're not trying to, I guess, trick you in any way. With some of my university courses, I was always like, I don't really understand this test compared to this field of study. But anyways, um, I feel like it's a good course and it prepares you. That's how I feel so far after week 6. I still have 5 weeks left, so we're going to see about that. I do have a link below, so do check that out. And while you're planning everything out, this first step is really important for you to get to step 2. And we're going to do that in the next video. So click subscribe and like, follow along so you can get all the 9 steps that I have coming. And we'll see you for the next video.